how I fixed that last time though. This one? Yeah. Oh well, I can be red, it's not the end of the world. I think we might be streaming already. Ah, here's what I did last time.
Yeah.
Are we? Oh, my chroma key's disappeared now. Hello. How are you? Thanks. This is a bit random, but it's good. Just checking if we are actually online. So how are you doing today? Are you flying today? Well, obviously you're not
No,
flying
I'm
today.
still on leave. Like we've said on our mastermind chat,
Yeah.
I wanted to create a bit more content, so I've been writing a few more stuff. I have a few client work to do, which is mostly a website that I have to design for a friend of mine.
Nice.
And I say client work, it's for a friend. So
yeah. Well, that's kind of what where this call's come from, right? Is that you wanting to share the love and that client work? It's been cool. So I've been trying to redo my website a bit, which has a few problems as far as I can see at the moment. And this is my website at the moment, kevincunningham.co.uk. It's got a little bit now. I was chatting to Joel from Egghead, and he was like, he was giving me some candid feedback, which is saying things like my latest content is hidden, like in here, and even when you expand it, it's not that particularly interesting, and that my like my call to action for the mailing list is not particularly exciting. Like that doesn't sound particularly cool. And so I went away and thought, right, okay, so what can I do with what I've got already and what I kind of do? So I thought about so I've been using this font called The Hand for some stuff. So I was, my church uses it, which is where I came across it and thought, hey, I don't mind it. So I've been using it, and I've had these kind of panel bits going on. And what I was trying to do then was what was I trying to do? I guess I was trying to get an idea of some like core bits of the stuff I'm doing at the moment. Like I have been writing a lot, and some of it's been focused writing, and I thought it'd be a good idea to group together some of that focused writing and then have clearer kind of call to actions to join and to kind of come and add that. And so this afternoon, that's kind of what I've been doing. And some of this morning as well. So I did, so this is where I got to, and I thought, hey, it's not looking too bad for someone like me who's a bit not very good at design. I thought, hey, it's not doing too bad.
I remember I saw when you had just the WordPress beat,
yeah.
and then when I sent you that file, I went again. I was like, oh. You actually finished off the whole thing.
No, yeah. So it's been really cool. So I was so yeah, I've been kind of working through, and so I've got like this panel section which has like a title and some blog posts, some text, and then a link to kind of more content on that theme. And I've been dropping in these kind of call to actions for different bits. So this was like a headless WordPress course I've been working on. Here's a call to action, which is just like come follow me on Twitter with some of my tweets embedded, like my Twitter stream embedded. And then this last one I was working on was like a 5-day like how to learn better type course I thought I could drop in, which I haven't written yet, but I thought, hey, I could put on here. I
was very curious about that. So I think it'll be an interesting course to be part of.
Yeah, I haven't written it yet, so yeah, you can be one of my beta testers for sure.
Yeah.
I
think you are sharing half of one stream, maybe half of the other one, or
it's my big screen, so it doesn't quite fit on. If I want, so I'm trying to.
That's all right.
I thought I could. I think what I want to do is get that to there. Yep, and then.
As we say that, I actually bought a new monitor yesterday.
Oh, exciting!
And I bought most expensive monitor ever. Well, maybe not the expensive one. I was trying to be sarcastic, but I realized there was really cheaper ones. I paid £80
Wow.
for a 21-inch monitor. Because I'm very constrained on space on my desk at the moment.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And I might be able to fit a 21-inch sort of side by side, which will look a bit weird because I have a 24-inch at the moment. And there are different monitors as well, so we'll see how well that is going to go.
My setup is, this is weird because you'll see this. So my setup is I've got like a big curvy one. I think it's 32 something. I don't know. And then my MacBook Pro over there. Although you're saying, I feel like you're looking at me through another camera, so you're seeing me pointing a camera at you.
I'm watching over the screen, so it's all good. Yeah. So when I was using the MacBook, I used to use the MacBook as my second screen, and then this 24 inches one as my main screen. But then I built the desktop, so I'm down to one screen again. And especially when I'm streaming, I really struggle.
No,
so I was using my iPad using Duet to connect to the desktop and serve as a second tiny screen. Although for some reason I can't seem to figure out why the iPad doesn't charge.
Oh no!
When connected to the desktop,
right.
It's a bit weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy it. I think it was on this early Black Friday sale as well, which was 23% off.
Oh, nice.
So I bought a smaller one.
Always good to have more monitors. That's like a rule, right? The more monitors, the better.
I asked on Twitter as well yesterday. Flat screen or curved screen? What do you think?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying flat screen. A lot of people were saying curved screen. So there's like this divide between it's the best thing ever or not.
I quite like my curved screen. I think when I first got a curved screen, I felt like I was falling into my screen a lot, because it kind of wraps around. I felt like I was it was taking up more and more of my perception. But I've definitely got used to it, and I definitely appreciate it. So having seen my efforts, Fabio, you then said, hey, that's terrible. I hate everything you've done over here. I've done something better for you to build. That's basically what happened, right?
Yeah. So because I've been procrastinating building this design for my friend. And I said, you know what, I need to do it today. And I know that if I start working on her design, it's going to take me forever to get started. I was like, all right. Kevin already created the whole thing. Let me see if I can iterate over his design, see if I can create something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And maybe that will give me a bit of motivation to actually do my friend's design.
No, that's awesome. I mean,
that's what I did.
I really love what you've done. And I've started sort of trying to put it into practice for the moment. So you've changed my font, so we're not using my pretty font, which is funny because as someone who despises Comic Sans, when my wife saw this morning, she said that looks a lot like Comic Sans from a distance. It's like, no, it doesn't. But yeah, it kind of does.
Well. The thing is, I always struggle with choosing font. So I've been using Montserrat for ages.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I don't want to install another font. I have this one installed. I'm going to go with that. So if you want to change it, feel free to change the font. Because this is just like my default. I always go for that one.
I like it. I've broken something.
Actually.
I'll see what I need to fix.
I mean, that's what we do, right?
Yeah. So, one of the first things I was working on is I was starting at the top, because that's the kind of guy I am, and we're going to start working my way down. I've actually started the top in this panel, and you've got this cool on like the active link is orange, which is my primary color, and then what's the secondary color? Do you have the hex code for that one, for that dark blue?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Look at that.
Where do you want me to send it?
Anywhere you'd like. I have all the things. I'm using Tailwind, so I'm gonna that primary color I'm gonna leave as orange. And what will I call this one? Dark blue. And is that like the other color we've got here? Is that like a gray or a black? The kind of the other color.
That is a blue,
That's a
dark blue.
Dark blue.
Yeah.
So
Which I'm not sure.
So what's the color?
I have to look at Tailwind.
Okay. What's the color? So we've got the colors.
I'll send you on chat.
Cool. We've got the colors on the panels as well. So do you have these named, these colors? On like, so there's the kind of color that's going on here, this guy here, and then the text color. You're sending on chat. Which chat? We have many chats.
Oh yeah. I should have said on the Twitch chat.
Oh, cool. On the Twitch chat, even better. Cool. So if anyone else would like to build this faster and better than me, please do.
That's great.
Cool.
So the first one was that blue. Let's call it. Then I got orange, and then four that subscribe to the newsletter. The orange is actually slightly lighter,
Okay.
which is. Let me just get it for you.
So I haven't seen any of those in the Twitch chat yet. Have you sent them and I've missed them, or?
Yeah, it says that I'm buffering. I'll send you over. I think that's probably better.
All things. Cool. Oh, which one are you going to send me on? Sorry.
And then on the private message.
Oh, the private message. Cool.
On Discord. Yeah. In Discord.
In Discord. Brill. Got it. Nice. Got them. Cool. So we've got these colors. So we're calling that one blue.
For text.
Mm-hmm.
I also this one, which is not entirely black, but
yeah. Gray. I'm supposed to be doing some more recording of my course today. So this has kind of been doing this has been a bit of a like you've just been describing. What I
that's the procrastinating over doing something else.
Exactly. This is this is what I'm doing.
Like an expert.
I'm doing this work instead of doing other work. Don't need dark blue. Oh right, I can't have.
I have a feeling that if you want to use the Tailwind classes, if you use Blue 900 or Indigo 900, might be similar.
Okay. I'm quite happy ignoring their colors and just having ours. Might call them DL blue just in case, DL gray, and
just
light.
I don't like their orange. It's very dark.
Yeah, light primary. Cool. So I've got my colors, and so what I'm trying to do to begin with. So originally I had. Oops. Hey, where am I? Cool. So in the header, I have this active link thingy doof, which is it's taking the link class from Next. It's checking whether or not the path name that's being passed in is the same, but it's not the path name. It actually should be the... Oh, no, yeah. If the router path name is the same as the href property it's being passed in. If it is, it's adding text primary. Otherwise, it's just leaving it as text blue, which I haven't done yet. And we do that with... oh, that shouldn't be React clone element, should it be? Because then it's a link inside a link. No, it should be okay. So what's it complaining about? Unexpected token in the baggage area.
I don't remember how I did that.
Oh, I see what the problem is. The problem is that I sort of have half a functional component and half a other component. I now have a
Okay, yeah.
I now have something problem. I might have to restart my server because of my next server because of the changes we made to those colors. Sometimes the Tailwind CSS does funny things.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I was changing some things on the podcast website. I created this similar episodes component, and I was trying to style it, and I had to restarting the thing because it wasn't getting the style.
Oh, no.
And I was like, how?
Well, it's complete. Apparently, I've got a module it doesn't know about in globals, and I don't remember bringing a module. Oh, it might be because of this is empty. No. Is that the problem? Let's try that. Nope. It says renderer is not defined. RDER is not defined. Is it in here anywhere? No. What I'll do is I'll go to my pages, yeah, and I'll see if it exists anywhere in there. That's rnw.-e rder. Not in there. Let's check components. Nope. Wonder if it's in Tailwind config. Have I done something wrong in Tailwind config? I think my computer's struggling. Oh yeah, there it is. Whatever that's supposed to be.
Found it.
Found it. Found the random variable I made up.
I was going to say if you want to change the font, one of the fonts that I really like as well is called Jura in Google fonts.
Jura, spell that for me.
Yeah. I sent you on Discord if you want.
Cool. Jura. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Because that one is I don't know. I've used it to create my cheat sheets, and I really like the way how it looks. So I think it might be my next font. I just need to install it.
I like it. So I've got a new error.
It's rounded as well,
which is always cool. It's rounded. I'm always really hot. I always struggle to decide about fonts.
Yeah, I'm the same. That's why I was like, all right, Montserrat. Everybody's using that. A few years ago, everybody was using Montserrat. I'm going to use that. That's it.
Ooh, this looks promising. So at the moment, hey, look at that. So at the moment, I switch over to the font. It's now blue when it's not there, and I guess if it isn't there, I want it to be the other one, which is text blue. What do we call it? Oh, I did that again. Whatever that RDER. Oh, border maybe. Maybe I've done something wrong somewhere. What do we call it? Was it DL blue? Something like that. Let's check. Tailwind. So what made you? So I like your design. I really like it all. What like this? I feel like I've seen something like this top bit before. Where did you get kind of inspiration from that?
Yeah. So I always go to Dribbble to find inspiration, and I just put personal, and I found a design that had the same sort of orange that you use. And I was like, okay, I'll try to use that. Yeah. The difference is they instead of they don't use that gray, they use like a light blue. Where is I thought I saved the thing. But yeah. I might have to look for it again.
So what I've got, primary. So what I've done here is, I think that's your blue. It's quite hard to see. I might make it a bit bigger. And then I've put it on hover state. So if it's not active, it becomes orange. And if it is active, it goes back to blue. So can I get that kind of thing going on? What do you reckon about size? So make it, bump it up. Does your design maybe a little bit?
So one thing that I struggle in Adobe XD is that things always seems very small. So what I've done, I set the normal font to be 25 pixels,
Okay.
and the headlines to be 60 pixels.
Cool.
But that's probably quite to be honest. So you might have to scale it down just a notch.
Cool.
Let me just see what Tailwind uses for their font.
So I'm using Text LG for them, whatever that is for Tailwind's. Check out, yeah, text size. Where did I do?
Oh yeah. But that's going to be relative to your base font.
I guess they start with 16. I'm assuming, but
yeah, I think so.
Could be wrong.
This is where I usually just install. What's the name? The name. You know that plugin?
Which one?
For typography.js. And usually I just tend to go with that and then change the.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that.
I'm not sure if you can get it work in Next.js. I know I tried in the past and I failed completely.
Okay. Well.
So yeah.
So
because that's a.
That's a what? Sorry.
That was just a Gatsby plugin on typography.js.
Yeah. Cool. So the spacing looks a bit weird between these, I think, because I guess it has padding. Can't remember what I've got going on. Oh, they're being justified between in their flex container, I think. Is that what's happening? Or is that not what's happening? No, I don't think they are. But I could do that. That would probably work. If I put those links into a flex container, I make the whole thing like a third of the width, and then justify them between.
Yeah, that might be alright. That might be alright.
Quarter. That looks a bit better, I think. Maybe a fifth.
You know, the interesting thing is watching you do that. When I do flex containers, I tend to just adding everywhere to make it center. That's actually a better way to do it.
Yeah, so I'm just set but obviously that is probably for a large screen, right? I'm going to imagine we're going to want it to be like width third for a normal screen. So I should have started down here anyway to begin with, right? So let's do, maybe it's actually more than that. Maybe it's actually width a half. Okay, so that's it at smallest. It gets half, those three links get spread out by half. Although I wonder if it's smallest. I wonder if it's smallest, this becomes justify start, and this then has like a margin left of something, and then as things get bigger, so actually that probably wants to be justify center. I'm not sure anymore. No, not that, Kevin. Let's do what I have to do before. So So I guess on the mobile screen we've got a tiny icon and these 3 links, but we've got this dead space over here. As we get kind of bigger, so I'll come back to that in a minute. So we get like a medium screen. Let's justify them between again. And set that width to be 1/3 maybe. How does that work? So we're here, we get a bit bigger, pops over there, and then maybe a large we go to 1/5. I think that looks okay. What do you reckon? So that's kind of the and then as we get closer in, we get that flip. Although I don't like that really when it's all the way over there. Maybe it's justify
instead of justify between, try space. Is it? I never know which one is the next one.
So these are the Tailwind classes.
Round. Try around.
Around. That's a good shout. Let's try that.
Either around or evenly. Because then you put your logo inside.
So that's what it looks like on smaller screens. Then as it gets bigger, I think that looks okay. You reckon? Okay, cool. So now the next thing is you're pretty lost now, or you've lost your design. Next thing is this. The next bit is this panel here, and is that background the grey? That one?
Yeah, that's the grey background.
Next page, and let's make this grey. This one. BG grey. Can you remember if grey is spelled with an A or a Y, or an A or an E, and which one I use, so I can see.
I always struggle with that.
Yeah. Is there like, what is it in Portuguese? Is there a similar issue in Portuguese, or do you get away with that?
No, it's different. So we call it cinzento.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or if you want to make it shorter, you could say cinza, but not many people use it. At least not in Lisbon. Yeah.
Have you been missing Lisbon since with lockdown? Or
I gotta be honest. The only thing I miss from Lisbon is there's two things that I miss from Lisbon.
Yeah.
This year was the first year that I have sushi yet, or proper sushi.
Right.
And I haven't been to the beach yet.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I want to go to the beach this year. That's the only two things that I miss from Portugal. You know, it's fine.
Are most of your family still in Portugal, or are people over here? Or?
Yeah. No, so I came with my ex 7 years ago. And I stayed.
Nice.
But yeah, it was just me. Yeah.
Cool. So what I've got now is I've got this text, and you have some opinions about my text, which is great. So the first bit should be text.
Yeah, and then welcome. It's going to be like a heading.
Yep. So how is a H2 and font bold?
Yep.
Is that does it need to be bigger? So like that.
How I did I just used 60 pixels instead of 40, like I've been using everywhere. So yeah, you can try 3x.
I think I have, from what I was doing earlier, I have paragraphs have padding by default, which I don't really want just at the moment. So I might get that back in a minute.
Yeah, I think you can just make the margin a little bit smaller. Maybe two.
On which? On
the bottom one. The bottom one. Mm-hmm. Sorry, between the text.
Yeah. So
maybe that, and then you can deal with where you have that. Maybe make it half of the length or something like that. What you did with the nav, that might work.
something. Let's bring that down a bit. Oh, maybe if I do the same things we did before and justify these. That looks a little, it doesn't look too bad. In the corner of the internet. Yeah, I quite like it to break on the. I could just artificially do it, right? I could just stick a BR in there to force it to break. But then it's.
Or if that doesn't work, you can just make that div a bit smaller, instead of being half, maybe 33%, whatever they call it.
I think just a third. I think I can get away with a third.
A third, yeah. I think there's 33.3333.
Yeah. But yeah, I wonder if a half, but the header wants to be a third, or it's going to work out to be a third. So.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if how's that work? 2/3. Hey, I think that looks better. So we've got welcome to my corner there, and then this text is slightly longer. Better. Not so much there.
I would say that paragraph might need to be a little bit smaller though.
You reckon?
Just a tiny bit though.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not.
So let's make a.
Oh yeah, in large streams you probably will have to deal with that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like the bane of my existence. Every time I design something and I forget about the large screens, when I see something on an extra large screen, I'm like, this looks like crap. Then I go back to the code and check it.
I'm going to make my face a bit smaller. Oh. Not that small though. MX3 maybe? And then
I think also that welcome to my little corner. Is that bold?
That is bold, yeah.
Right. Do you have extra bold? I think that's what I did to make it look a little bit bigger.
So I have.
If there is such a thing.
Oh yeah, I have font bold. There's bolder.
Try bolder. I think that's what. Yeah, because I had changed it to the boldest version of Montserrat that I have installed. Maybe that will look a little bit different.
Cool. So that it seemed to get thinner bizarrely when I selected bolder.
Maybe it's not installed or something. It's fine.
Tailwind CSS. Sorry, I'm getting there.
That's all right.
Bold. What is it? Extra bold.
I think you're right. I think you're bolder, but
I think it's extra bold.
Or maybe that was the version.
I think he's changed it. Oh, that looks cooler. That's extra bold. Extra bold.
Extra bold. They changed that.
I'm sure that I don't think it used to be extra bold. I think that looks a lot better actually. Welcome. Although the line spacing here, is that leading or tracking? I always get which one's line spacing? Line spacing, or maybe it's line height.
I never remember.
So leading is there. So I do like leading 3 maybe. So there's like this gap in. What's that do? Yeah. No. 6. 8. Hey, I think that looks good. What do you reckon with that?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit delayed to respond because my stream is buffering a lot. Don't know.
Okay, so what about if I
I mean, really, I know why. Virgin is having one of those days.
Yeah. Let's see. Can I, this right? I'll share. I'm trying to share with you over Skype, so you've got this window.
Oh, okay, cool.
If that works. And tell me if you can see that on Skype.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Cool. So that's a bit better. So
on my
cool. Like there's no one else here. We could just do it on Skype. So
that's fine. That's fine.
Twitter, GitHub, and email. I have the icons ready for that. Well, for Twitter, I have it emailed. I'm using Next.js's new image component, which like automatically optimizes the image. But one of the things that's interesting about it is you have to give it a height and width because
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't wait until it's been rendered before it makes the space for it in the DOM. So you don't get that reshifting in the layout. Because of it, which is pretty cool. But it's but you kind of have to know, like, it's a bit annoying as well. I think you can give it like a I think you can give an array for responsive displays, but I haven't done that yet. So how
are you finding comparing to the Gatsby image?
It's quite similar, and it does lazy loading by default, which is quite cool.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
which is pretty cool. But it's quite similar to the Gatsby Boyo. Oh, this should be a mail to me, Kevin. Okay, and then this one should be a. I think I might just leave GitHub out for the moment, just until I get an image for it. Cool. So these are stacked like that. They look a bit off at the moment, but I'll fix that in a sec. But we kind of want those to be flex row and space between. There's probably or justify between, is it? I think it's justify between. Does that work? Nope, other one, flex call. Justify between is too big. Justify center and give them some padding maybe, or give them some.
Maybe give him some padding or. Oh, that works.
That works, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. It'd be
The
nice.
GitHub icon just disappeared though.
Yeah, I've left it out just for the moment because I don't have a picture for it yet. So I'll get that.
Okay, cool. Yep.
I guess it wants a margin on the left of about 4, maybe. Apparently not.
Yeah, maybe
What you can say?
5.
5.
Maybe.
Where apparently I've added a div somewhere I shouldn't have. Aha. I see. I've taken a div out I shouldn't have.
Unless you want to add it to the image, you can do that.
Yeah.
To the icon itself. So no.
That'll work. I think I fixed it. Come on. Stop shouting at me. Probably not. JSX closing tag issue. Let's see. Div a. Ah, no. Cool. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. What do you think should happen on small screens? So what could happen is it could just do it could just do something like that where it switches over.
Yeah, or the text speed, if you don't want to have it such a small space,
Yeah.
put your picture first, and then the text after.
Oh, I thought that was what I was trying to do. I don't know. So hold on. That's what I meant to do for some reason. So flex row. Maybe I got around the wrong way. I got around the wrong way.
Not flex inverse. Flex reverse. Is it?
Flip reverse it. So at the moment, oh hold on, am I changing? I see the problem. I'm putting it in the wrong spot. I meant to do it up here. So flex call MD flex roll. That work? Take the other way around. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I mean. So yeah, so I need to fix it. So this should be flex call, and then that should be row, and then MD flex call. I think that's right. So we kind of have this looking like that, and then as we get smaller, it kind of goes down there, which is cool. But obviously it should be centered at that point.
But that's also because we are making it smaller, thing, right?
Yeah.
A smaller width.
So here, let's change the width to be a half at MD, and otherwise to be width full. Does that work? Cool. And let's give it some margins of like 4, but at MD margins of 0. Does that work? I'm losing like a letter here. I might make a margin of 6 maybe, because the scroll bars, oh, that's weird, because the scroll bars blocking out the word. It's breaking the flow. Could try to fix that, or I could just force it to be smaller and do MX auto. I think that looks okay. You reckon?
I think I'm back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've just
Sorry.
myself. It's fine. So this is what it looks like, and it's bigger, and as it gets smaller.
Yep.
I think the text looks good, and then the last thing I want to do is make me in the middle, I guess, for smaller things. MY auto, MX3. That's on medium. And then
unless you want to put the icons, I think it will look better if you put the icons on the same line as the high.
Ooh.
Well, actually, no, because the picture is centered, so that looks good.
Does that look okay? I was going to, yeah. So they've kind of got that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Because what you said just then sounded complicated and hard. Because they're not in the same div, and I was getting a bit, and then that would have been annoying.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
No, yeah, because of the picture, then it looks fine.
Cool. MY2. Oh. Yeah. Cool. That picture probably needs a bit more room, I guess. MY something. It's MY auto normally. And then MY4.
So are you using Cloudinary for your
So yeah, for my I need to fix it basically. My images here. So I've been doing a mixture of two things. So I have Cloudinary going on for like I have a Netlify serverless function that takes my blog posts and turns them into, takes the text and builds this image type thing going on. But it's not working as the way I'd like it to. And then for Hashnode, I've been creating separate ones for Hashnode. And so, which look a bit more like, I'm not sure if you can see this, but my Figma, it looks a bit, they look more orange. The ones we talked about before, actually. And I think the reason I like the reason I like these is I can more easily drop in the technology I'm talking about. So it has it has slightly more flexibility than the Netlify function if I'm talking about two technologies, or I quite like having those like technology logos dropped in. So it's on my list.
That would be cool.
It's on my list to try to automate that, but for the moment it's not. So I'm going to survive without it. But hey, we've got a first panel done. We're working. I'm quite happy. It's looking good. Oh, what we don't, I'll tell a lie, because what we don't have is our subscribe to the newsletter button.
Oh right, yeah.
And so for this, so I have an email form component. I have an email form.
When I created that, I was thinking that subscribe to the newsletter would point to your /newsletter page that you have created.
Okay, so it actually would do a redirect rather than trying to do something cleverer.
Yeah, unless like we were saying outside the stream, if you want to I don't know, create a model or do some clever thing like you said to get the thing.
But I quite like clicking on it and then it just popping up with just like with just the form inside it.
Yeah. That does look cool. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's put a button in for it. Button. Subscribe to newsletter. Is that what we said? Hopefully I could spell newsletter the right. My computer's running a bit slow. I think it's struggling. Subscribe to the newsletter. And then let's style it up. So we want it to have text white, BG primary, rounded LG, and MY3. And we want it to be not that big. But centered and with some padding. I love Tailwind. I think you're gone again. Oh, nope, you're back again.
I'm back. I just had to change the camera. My lighting settings are bad.
I'm going to move.
And this is using the C920, which is better.
Cool. So we've got subscribe to newsletter, and then what happens when that gets small?
You might have to add a tiny bit padding between the letters.
Between which letter? Sorry.
The sides. The sides of the letter.
So I'll do like a PX2 maybe.
Maybe two.
Sounds good. Let's see if that works. So yeah, I think it's good. And then when it is, why is it not centered? I guess when it's, I quite like it left when it's not small. When it's small, it's carrying on that theme of text center, text left. Oh, is it because of the flex? Justify center maybe? Is it in a flex container? Self center? It's not in a flex container itself. Why is text center not working? Because of MX Auto maybe? Okay, so that's something I'd like it when everything's centered. It would be good if it was centered as well. So it was
either that, or you can make that button take the whole space.
Oh, that's cool.
You know,
Smaller screens. That's a good shot, actually. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do width full and MD half. Come on, slow computer. Cool. So in smaller ones, we kind of got a bit more room, and then as we get bigger, it jumps down to be there. Cool. I quite like that component. What do you think? Do you like it?
Looks good. Yeah, looks good. Yeah.
Cool. So we need to do a on click for this. Oops. So what I'm interested in doing is, so I've got a number of different mailing lists, and actually, as you can see, even from your design, are like I kind of want them are different sign up forms based on like what people are clicking on. So so this would be like the main sign up form. This is like tagging for the headless WordSpace course one. Next, and then there's various other ones. This would be the main one and things like that. So what I'd like to do is for this on there, I want to do two things. I want to set the mailing list to be something, I'm not sure what yet, and then I want to show mailing modal to be true. Show mailing modal to be true. Okay, so I'm going to need those things, right? So I'm going to need some state. So I'm going to need const mailing modal. Did I say, sorry? Show mailing modal and mailing list. So mailing list and set mailing list is going to be use state malarkey. And I think by default that's going to be oh no, not like that. Process.env dot default mailing list or main mailing list. Main mailing list. I'm going to need a show mail modal. Set show mail modal equals react.useState false. Okay. Show mail modal, set show mail modal. Where's that? Let's make sure I've got that right. Show mailing modal. Let's change that. So what I would do here is I would have a div that is conditionally rendered. So I'd put it maybe here. Oops. I'd put it here, and it would be only if it is show mail modal. And I'd probably at this point reach for a library, but for now, what I might just do is do something else. If I do width 100, height 100, like Z50, it's on top of everything else, and a background of DL gray. Say mailing modal, and let's put a button in for there for the moment, which when I click it, exit it. I guess that one of the things that we need to make sure of modals, I guess, is making sure that you are dealing with keyboard events as well, which is what, and then click away from events.
Yeah.
Which is why a library is often very good in that instance. So hopefully my computer's done what it's supposed to do. It's going to stop complaining about this. Apparently I haven't imported React, which is, a bit of an issue, I imagine. Import React from React. Try it again. So I subscribed to my meeting letter, so that hasn't worked. I've got it's appeared, and it's disappeared, but it's not doing what I want it to do. So maybe I will reach for. What would you do for a modal?
That's a good question. Let me check.
So I think one I've used is like Ryan Florence has one somewhere. This might even be his, but I guess it's about it being accessible. What's going on here? So
this is one thing that I'm not sure if mine are that accessible. To be honest, it's something to sort.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. So this one. So let's see what their example looks like over here. See if it looks like it's worth doing. So trigger modal. That's pretty good. You're skipping, I imagine. Okay, actually.
Yeah. Do you know? I'm not even going to show because this is still written in classes and everything. And I feel ashamed.
Classes?
Yeah, but this is not. I definitely need to work on that model for this website.
New Material UI. So let's see Material UI modal open modal. Oop. Oh, I quite like that. Sorry, I'm in the wrong window. Let me bring it to the right window that you're in. I'm sharing with you. Which one is that? I think it's this one. This one I'm sharing with you. Am I scrolling you up and down at the moment?
You are scrolling up just page. Although
cool. So this one, I quite like this one.
All right. No, that's cool.
It handles escapes. It handles, like, we put an X in to get rid of it. And then what we can do is we can drop our form in there, which would be cool.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So how's that? So it's got open, on close, aria description, and a body. Cool. Okay, so so I'm just wondering how that's going to work, because I'm going to have the email form in the body, but the email form is going to change based on the mailing ID, but that should be okay. Let's just install.
I guess a hacky way you could do maybe on close. You will pass something to say which model did you closed it from. Maybe we can do something like that.
That could work. Let's components. I want to install this. How do I install just this component? It's the, if you're currently creating a model, you probably want to use the dialog component rather than, if you're creating a modal dialog, you probably want to use the dialog rather than directly using the modal. Modal is a lower level construct. Really? Okay. You say so. So open a simple dialog. Okay. Not really.
Install at material -UI /core.
Cool. Thank you. npm install at material UI /core. Oh. Is it material dash UI? Is it material?
Material dash UI and then / not icon. Sorry.
Cool. I think I forgot to.
Wait, I think that might install the whole material UI thing.
But maybe I can just get the dialog from, or get what I want from material UI.
Possibly. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about installing the components. So probably.
Let's hope for the best. It's installing somewhere. I think I just want it's. I think I might just stick with what I wanted originally, the modal. Right. So import modal. So I'm gonna hopefully. Let's see how we can do this. I'm guessing I can import modal from @material UI core. It feels weird for it not to have like clear import instructions on the like. It feels weird for it not to have those like import instructions in here. It does. Oh, cool. That's what I did. Yay. It's in the API documentation. So I've got the modal component. Nice. Now I'm going to put my modal component in. Where's my simple modal? React doesn't support to create portal API on the server. Ooh, I'll probably need to do that because I'm using...
Are you using Virgin as well?
Am I using Virgin?
Yeah.
No Sky.
Sky. Okay. So no, I'm today it's bad. I don't know why. I just beat this and it says, you have 90 megas available. I was like, well, no, I don't. It's not working.
You are wrong. I do not have that at all.
I've been thinking to upgrade to the next package, but it's been so bad that I don't want to pay extra for bad connection.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Annoyingly, it's the fastest one we get in these roads, which is very annoying. So I don't have options.
Well, I've got the slight problem. I'm in my shed quarters.
Yeah.
So I have to rely on internet that's in the house. And so I've got two. There's too far for me to get it round to here. A direct line. So I've got like two options, which is either, and I have both going on. So I have like Wi-Fi connection into the house, and then I have one of these thingies, like a
extender thing.
No, it's a 5G hub. So So I've got that going on as well. So. But sometimes that works really fast and it's really cool. And sometimes, I don't have to do that anymore. And sometimes it doesn't.
And so, sometimes it's like Virgin.
Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't seem to be, it's weirdly doesn't feel like it's associated with anything useful. Right. Ooh. Done something wrong. Body. All right. So put something in there. Something in here. Right, let's see how this is going to do now. Cannot read has own property of undefined. I think that might be to do with the fact it's been server-side rendered and it doesn't like being server-side rendered. So I think I might have to do these things maybe. What I don't understand though is where... If I do those three things and see if that does anything. Definitely done modals with Next before, so I might need to look at some previous stuff I've done before. Right, okay, so what the plan will be, I'm not going to do this now actually because it's going to take too long. So the plan then for this bit is that you click the button and it pops up a modal for you to fill in your email address in there. And depending on which button you click on will change which mailing list it's going to go to. Right, I'm going to do one. Oh, right. So the next, basically all the rest of it is based around these panels, right? So the panel already has a title and text, brilliant. And I'm passing through an array of posts. You use 4 in your design example, which is cool. So I'll be able to do 4.
Just because I like 4.
I like 4.
Yeah. There's no reason other than that.
Yeah, and I really like your kind of sign up and your read more content. The sort of secondary call to action. If I've got a mailing list for that particular one, which is cool. I like that a lot. Nice. So let's do it. And then I should let you go and do the work that you actually might get paid for, eh?
Yeah.
So what do we need? So we need a title. With posts. Yep. Children. That's what I'm using for the text here. Primary CTA and secondary CTA. So primary CTA and secondary CTA, and then background color, then color.
I'm actually going to when we finish, I'm going to try because this is today version is not behaving. Yeah. I'm going to try to restream.
Okay.
Try to stream to YouTube and Twitter, like Periscope.
Oh, cool! Because
you're not allowed to see. I've been wanting to give it a try. So I want to see.
Because you're not allowed to do Twitch and something else. It's not right because you're you're an important person.
Affiliate. Well, I wouldn't say important. I think I was just dumb enough to wanting to have channel points for some reason. I just thought they would be cool to have.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I subscribe to Affiliate, so I could have channel points. Yeah. And now I can't stream on all things.
On all the things. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's go back to our main page. So I'm working through my panel, and I'm changed. What am I going to do? And I've changed onward to be primary CTA. So if I just do that for all of these, so colon S. Colon %s / what am I trying to change? Onward should now be primary CTA. I want all of those changed. So hopefully means that will work now. Hey. Okay, so we've got our posts coming through. Oh, we also want our color. So I was having opacities, now I'm going to have a color. And so the first one has a color of, is that white or is that like is that a slightly off white?
Which one? The one in the button?
Like WordPress.
It's white. It's white.
Cool. So color.
I think it's just weird because of the tone I chose for the orange. Which that's another thing. I didn't really check the accessibility of it. It should be okay, but don't quote me on that.
If it's not, then I'm blaming you.
It's not. You might have to make it darker, I guess.
Designer. Cool. Okay, so we have our background of white. We want 4 posts now. I'm not sure which 4 posts I'm going to use, so I'm just going to have to do... I'll just repeat them for the moment. Oh, it should be up at the front panel. Come on, up you go. That might be the problem. So headless WordPress, yep, we're in here. Primary and CTA, and then color should be white. And we're just going to repeat these links because we're lazy. So now I have 4 links in here somehow. Hey. And then for primary CTA, that one should be... So I'm just curious in the design, does everything have a orange on white and some things have a white on orange?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the primary one's going to have text white, background primary.
Oh, I think the orange you're using is slightly different, isn't it?
Okay, so which orange I use for this one? I've got 2 oranges from you, don't I?
I just
It's called light primary. Let's try
the darker one. I mean, it might be a case of
I think you're breaking up a bit. I can't really hear you, sorry. I can't hear Fabio. Oh, maybe I can. Can I hear you now? No.
I am here now. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that might be the orange for the call to action.
What? So the light primary should be that.
I think so. It
does look slightly lighter.
Not sure if that's the lighter orange. No. It just looks different. Maybe it's just where I'm seeing it over.
Yeah, maybe. I think. Yeah, it's hard to know. Rounded. And.
Yeah, I think it might be the Skype's fault, to be honest.
Okay. Excel.
Because I'm looking at it on my phone, and it's fine. So I think it's just Skype.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Yep.
Go away, Skype. Stop trying to confuse us. So this CTA, we wanted to say sign up to the free 5-day course. That's a good CTA. And what does that do? So that's going to be
another model like we said, right?
So that means it's not a link. It's it might end up being a. Okay, I'll have to think about it, because actually that means where previously this was just a link that when I clicked on it was pulling up other content. Sometimes it's a button rather than a link. So okay, I need to think about how I'm going to do
that. Did you create a different component for the subscribe to the newsletter?
Not yet, but I think
you could use that.
Yeah,
one.
whatever I use here, it's going to be passed in here, but sometimes it's going to be a button and sometimes it's going to be a link. So the read more. So maybe it's always a function, and when it's a read more content thing, I pass through the router with a push event on it rather than. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Sometimes it's like I just wanted to change state on the page, and other times I wanted to redirect, and then in the component itself, I want to know which I want to do. I guess I could pass through another variable like link or button, and if it's a link, do this. If it's a button, do this. But that sounds complicated. Or do you think it's
that might be?
Cool. So we need the secondary seat. So for now, let's leave it as a link for now, and then I can play with it later. So if there's a primary CTA, that's fine. And if there's a secondary CTA, do this one. secondary CTA. Do that one. Cool. And then that to be secondary CTA. Secondary CTA. Secondary CTA. So with this one, I guess the so with the secondary CTA, the slight difference is that
you just the border.
Yeah, the border for the color, right?
Which I think the border is. Let me check. I put two pixels, but yeah, it depends how will it look like on your page.
Yeah.
Might have to change it. Maybe make it thicker.
Yeah. So I need to pull out the text right to be in a surrounding div, otherwise they're just going to annoy each other.
Yeah. Are they on a div?
They will be in a second. Any second now. I think they should be in one now. Come on, update. Oh. Everything's slow. Huh. That's weird. So the 8s are in a div. Now I do need to flex them. Flex. Okay, and then justify end. And then the second one should be text primary. Border to border primary. And BG white.
Okay, I think I am back.
Oh,
I'm struggling as hell today.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. No. Let's see what we're doing. So I'm trying to now do everything that we had for the other BIOS. Oh, I've lost an E somewhere.
And then you might want to play around with the hover animations.
No,
To know if you make like a darker, lighter, or
yeah.
No.
I think that looks pretty good actually.
I didn't think that much far in to the whole thing.
I'm really disappointed that you've let me down.
I will do better next time.
Yeah. When you decide to randomly redesign my website, and can you do it better next time? For me?
Yeah, I will do that next
time. Cool. So on hover, then I'm just going to. I figure on hover, I'll just invert them. So
that's a good idea. That's a good
hover, idea. It becomes.
This is one thing I always struggle. It's like. All right, I have this thing now. If I want to animate this component, what the hell do I do? I always tend to either go lighter or darker.
Yeah.
It's not always the best way to do it. Sometimes it's weird. It just looks weird. Especially if you have a different background.
Oh, and I also need.
You need to add. A border to that one.
Hover needs a border to. Hover
this is the only thing that tricks me in Tailwind. Sometimes I forget to add the border, and then it just goes funny.
How about that? Hurry up and recompile. Hover border. Oh, do you have to do border? No, hover border to border primary.
Pardon?
Yeah. I wonder. It's not coming up for some reason. I'm just double checking my hover states. Background white. Oh, maybe. Because sometimes Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just going to say I can't see your Emacs. So
Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure how those. That's all right. I'm on the stream. It's fine. Border primary.
Hover border.
You need to add just a hover border first. I think.
Yeah, I thought that might be possible, but I'm not. But then I thought that was the case, but I'm not doing that for the one where it starts off like that. So I wonder if borders are one of the things that don't work in hover with Tailwind. I know there's some things that they it doesn't.
I think you need to add the border to normal button, and then if you have a rule for border on hover, that's when they change. I think that's what was weird. On Tailwind.
That's a good shot. So I do border normally. Yeah, there we go. So I do a border to border to normally, and then is there hello. 1 second. I think I'm going to have to go. I think my son is here to hang out.
All right.
But hey, this has been really helpful. Thank you. So that looks cool.
No worries.
What do you reckon now?
Yeah.
There's the hover effect, and then do that in the other one. That was really cool. But thank you for your help with this. I'm going to play around with this and try to get this to where it needs to be, and I'll let you know how it goes on. Thanks, Fabio.
Yeah. No worries if you need